I do it all. I do mostly sculpture now, but like kind of installation-y always. And then I came in painting, but
that's what I was going to ask. Are there any paintings there for Gunnar to see, or are you kind of not doing that right now?
There are, but it's sort of like my pet project that I'm like still sussing out. I do encaustic painting, which I like, which is like with wax.
Okay.
And that I like because it's kind of a more sculptural kind of painting.
Is wax on top of painting, or you're painting the wax?
I'm like, it's like canvas or board, and then like with wax, I'm painting on top of it.
A lot of times on board, right?
Yeah, although I do it always on canvas.
Oh, really?
But I have boards.
Oh, okay.
I think you're supposed to do it on boards.
Well, usually when people are working in wax, like they do use board. But
yeah, because if it bends, then it cracks and all falls off.
Yes.
I learned.
That's nice. Well, that's, people learn that sealing things in wax, on canvases. The first time they do that, they learn.
Well, I've never done that.
About moving. Okay. So are you working on any of that kind of stuff right now?
I am. I actually just started. I just started an encaustic painting last night. But I'm mostly interested right now in sculpture and installation. That's what I'm.
Okay. Well, why?
I think I find painting really hard. And I think that's because you have basically one medium that you're trying to manipulate. And sculpture, I have a more intuitive relationship to. I mean, I do all kind to the material, but I do like ceramics. But I also do a lot of like found. I hesitate to say found object, but objects that already exist in the world and like utilizing them in making. But there's just something more immediate about, like something about the way meaning is made. Like the meaning in the material is more defined, and then you can manipulate it and introduce new meanings.
I thought you were going to go with a spatial kind of thing.
I also like space.
Right? Well, no.
I love space.
Right. And the painting doesn't, care for the space much. Whereas the sculpture is interacting and dialoguing with the space. And
I've been making a lot of like paired sculptures. And so I like that space between sculptures and like creating tension or a charged area where the art isn't actually, but it's involved.
Would you say, well, that kind of, do you think that defines a little bit of the sculpture we saw in Brooklyn at the PopGun show? The space?
Yes, definitely.
In between?
Yeah. I mean, I wanted there to be a sense of like, from the tower with the corn projectile and then projecting out, and then the child is sort of like leaning forward, and I want there to be a sense of like unsure about like what they're like, are they going to come together? One seems to be moving towards and one seems to be like repelling.
Right.